Mr. Chairman, I have an amendment at the desk.
The clerk will report the amendment.
Amendment offered by Mr. Barber of Arizona. Page 68, line 19, after the dollar amount, insert reduced by $1,500,000. Page 69, line 1, after the dollar amount, insert reduced by $1,500,000. Page 71, line 22, after the dollar amount, insert increased by $1 million. Page 80, line 4, after the dollar amount, insert increased by $1 million.
The gentleman from Arizona is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I rise today to request approval of an amendment that will support citizens of our great nation who desperately need and deserve our assistance. I'm talking about our nation's homeless veterans. At a time when our country needed them, they answered the call, personally sacrificing for the greater good, for our greater good. My amendment will increase funding for housing vouchers by $1 million, and it is offset by a reduction in the Administrative Support Office's budget. We owe these men and women more than just a debt of gratitude. We owe them our unflagging support, commensurate with their level of service, equal to their sacrifice for you and for me and for all Americans who enjoy the freedoms that these veterans have protected. Unfortunately, too many veterans still lack the necessary resources to keep a permanent roof over their heads. This, I hope we all agree, is completely unacceptable. The Department of Veterans Affairs estimates that approximately 62,000 veterans remain homeless. That is 62,000 members of our armed forces who made an unwavering commitment to stand in the breach for this nation, for freedom, for democracy, and the values that are the foundation of the United States of America. According to the United States Interagency Council on Homelessness, nearly 1/3 of chronically homeless people are veterans. The men and women who put on the uniform of our armed services took a solemn oath to do what we asked them to do, and they should not go without in their time of need. When our soldiers came home from Vietnam, they were subject to despicable insults, and even worse, did not receive the supports we promised them. Thousands of them make up the homeless population in our country today. This was a national disgrace, and we must do better for them and for the new veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan who are coming home every day. We must not allow them to become yet another homeless veteran. While the Department of Veterans Affairs has a commendable goal to end veterans' homelessness by 2015, it is shameful to even let one single veteran become homeless. In my home district in Tucson, the city is working to ensure that veterans' homelessness is eradicated permanently, and I applaud and support those efforts, but more can and must be done across my district and the nation. If my amendment is adopted, it would increase by $1 million the amount available to veterans for housing vouchers. It is offset by a reduction of $1.5 million from the HUD Administrative Support Offices. And while this amendment will not solve the issue of veteran homelessness, it is a small and important first step that we can take to show our commitment to our veterans. We cannot continue to fail these men and women who have so bravely served this nation. It is not a Democratic or a Republican issue. It is an American issue. And I urge my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to vote yes on this amendment, and I yield back the balance of my time.